Welcome to the sainthood.
Thank you.
Chin.
Good luck. Cheers.
Yeah. Can we land the card?
Katie, I promise to always be the best man that I can be for you. I'm proud to become your husband, and I look forward to building a loving home and family with you.
To cherish our love and to stay this path with you, wherever it leads, whatever the outcome. From this moment on, I will love you for the rest of my life.
Everybody else, make some noise for the new Katie Kovacs and Nick Draganyas.
Thank you.
Chin.
Good luck. Cheers.
Yeah, best of luck.
You land the card, then I'll let you.
I need love, love to ease my mind. I need to find someone to call mine. But Mama said you can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. You can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. You gotta trust, give it time. No matter how long it takes, but how many heartaches must I stand before I find the love to let me live again? Right now, the only thing that keeps me hanging on when I feel my strength, yeah, is almost gone. I remember Mama said, no, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. How long must I wait? How much more can I take before loneliness will cause my heart to break? No, I can't bear to live my life alone. I grow impatient for a love to call my own. But when I feel that I can't go on, these precious words keeps me hanging on. I remember Mama said, no, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. You can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. She said trust, give it time. No matter how long it takes. No love, love don't come easy. But I keep on waiting anticipating for that soft voice to talk to me at night.
I don't know if you know, but I feel you in me. Inside of my ears, inside of my bones. I remember the colors in your mysterious eyes. Part of me stays in the room where we met, and everything slows up my breath as I watch you fall across the floor. And the night came as it went. I could swear that I knew you before. And maybe on another night we were lovers in another life. Or maybe we were only strangers on mystery trains. You were only...
Anyone who has seen Katie and Nick together has witnessed their love for each other. They have a quiet, deep appreciation of each other. They share little touches, kind words, and thoughtful gestures. It's really a beautiful thing to see the two of them together. Romance is fun, but true love is something far more, and it's their desire to love each other for life that we're here to celebrate today. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say I love you every single day. It's never going to sleep angry. Stay up and fight. It's standing together to face the world. It's speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It's having the capacity to forgive, but also to forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which the other person can grow. It is a common search for the good and for the beautiful. It's not only marrying the right person, it's being the right partner. Katie, do you take Nick to be your husband?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect him, forsaking all others, holding only unto him forevermore?
Yes.
Nick, do you take Katie to be your wife?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect her, forsaking all others and holding only unto her forevermore?
I do.
Thank you. Katie and Nick have written their own vows to each other, so I'm going to get them to share them right now.
Nick, you are truly the most wonderful thing that has happened in my life. You give me strength, a love that I never knew existed, and happiness in all the moments that we have shared together. As I stand with you here today, I know that you are my better half. You know me more than I know myself. You know where I put my car keys, my cell phone, and you always seem to know when I need a cup of tea. I know I'm the luckiest woman to have you, and I promise to always be there for you, as you have always been there for me, to cherish our love and to stay this path with you, wherever it leads, whatever the outcome. From this moment on, I will love you for the rest of my life.
Katie, I promise to always be the best man that I can be for you. I'm proud to become your husband, and I look forward to building a loving home and family with you. No matter life's circumstances, I will always be by your side to push you, care for you, comfort you, and support you. I will always be patient and understanding with you, even when you leave every single light on the house. I will always be fiercely loyal to you. Sounds like I'm copying you, but you're truly the best thing that has ever happened to me. I promise to love you for the rest of my life.
I, Katie, take you, Nick.
I, Katie, take you, Nick,
To have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in joy and sorrow.
in joy and sorrow, or sorrow.
I promise my love to you.
I promise my love to you.
And with this ring,
And with this ring,
I take you as my husband,
I take you as my husband,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
I, Nick, take you, Katie,
To have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in joy and sorrow.
in joy and sorrow.
I promise my love to you.
I promise my love to you.
And with this ring,
And with this ring,
I take you as my wife,
I take you as my wife,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
One day I wake up, you'll be a dream. 'Cause everything slows at my breath, and I watch you flow across the floor. And the night came as it went. I could swear that I knew you before. And maybe on another.
Please seal your vows with us.
Baby, when I met you, there was peace unknown. I set out to get you with a fine-tooth comb. I was soft inside. There was something going on. You do something to me that I can't explain. Hold me closer and I feel no pain. Every beat of my heart, we got something going on. Tender love is blind, it requires a dedication. All this love we feel needs no conversation. We ride it together, making love with each other. Islands in the
Reg, it is my honor, pleasure, and privilege to introduce you your bridal party. We're going to start off with our junior bridesmaids, Brooklyn, along with Jenny and Mark. Next up, make some noise for Stacy and Paul. Here they come, Angela and Drew. Next up, we have Marina and Brian. Our next couple is very important to our bride and groom. They are our best man and maid of honor, Allison and Matthew. At this time, family and friends, please rise. For everybody else, make some noise for the new Katie Kovacs and Nick Draganyats.
You are a sight for aching eyes, a river for my thirst when all the world's harsh and dry and wasted by the curse. All words seem beggarly and poor. When set to sing your grace, what could I've known of love before? My eyes had seen your face. My love, how beautiful you are. My love is everywhere you are. I know you feel the wounds of time, the wandering feet of crows, but I am yours and you are mine, and none but me could know how all of you enraptures me. Till I can look away, I pray that I would live to see you wear a crown of gray. My love, how beautiful you are. My love is everywhere you are. And when you kiss me, I am lost. Or is it that I'm found? My feet send roots beneath the rocks to fix me to the ground, never to float away again. A captive to the tide, no more to wander in the wind without you by my side. My love, how beautiful you are. My love is everywhere you are.
Don't they make a beautiful couple, ladies and gentlemen? At this time, you may take your seats and remain seated as next festivities will commence very shortly. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome. Just a few things before we start. Thank you, everyone. Just a few things before we start. First off, thank you for coming. It was a wonderful ceremony. I think the bride and groom looked beautiful, and the love shone through. So how about a hand for them? We can start off the dinner with a toast to Nick and Katie. Chin chin. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your meals. For those of you who haven't met me yet, my name is Matthew Dragignac. I'm Nick's older brother and best man. At times, it even seems like I've been somewhat of a parent to Nick. I've watched him drink from a bottle, crawl on the floor, and eventually start walking and talking. And that was just a bachelor party. But really, I was honored to be chosen for the position of best man. So thank you to Nick and to Katie, as well as to the rest of the wedding party for their support. As some of those in attendance may remember, Nick gave a great speech at my wedding, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to return the favor. It's been said that a good marriage is like a good trade, in that both parties feel that they were the one to get the better deal. So now that I've thanked the lovely couple, I'd like to congratulate them on tying the knot, making it official, as well as on both of them somehow getting the better deal. Nick and I are 6 years apart in age, which was enough of a gap to keep us moving in different circles and thinking about different things throughout most of our school years. While I was discovering girls, cars, and music in high school, Nick and his pals were trading comics and playing hockey in the driveway. And while I was in university, Nick was working his way through the angsty teenage rock of Alexis on Fire, Alien Ant Farm, and Thrice. However, I'm happy to say that as we've gotten older, we've become close enough to legitimately say that we're the best of friends. I like to think that I helped blaze a bit of a trail for him with our parents by being the first of the siblings to get in trouble for various infractions. But there were times that I was happy to let him have the spotlight all to himself, such as when he drove the family car squarely into an innocent maple tree. Luckily, the car and the tree were the only ones injured. I think our father may have finally forgiven him for that one. Other automotive mishaps have included nearly toppling a van into the woods while reversing after insisting, "I've got this," as well as falling off of yet another van that he was riding on the back of. Luckily for all of us, he's not driving tonight. Automotive mishaps aside, I can assure Katie, as well as the rest of you, that she's getting about as rock solid of a husband and a friend as you could hope for. The fact that I had to go as far back as high school for roast material should be proof enough of that. I had to send the groomsmen into the archives to even come up with that much. Nick is always willing to help, including but not limited to searching for lost dogs, bailing flooded basements at 3 a.m., and multiple house moves. So everyone, please, if you have any stalled projects on the go, this is your man. He has a truck now. Nick's easygoing nature and willingness to lend a hand mean that he's well-liked by everyone. Over the years, most of my friends have also become his friends, and there are even one or two of them with us tonight. He's even managed to form a bond with Ernie and Dolly, Katie's cats, despite the fact that they seem to enjoy throwing up in his shoes. So all of this means that we've accumulated many great memories over the years, from snowboarding in Quebec and Vermont to skydiving in Barrie, from trips in Croatia, Iceland, and the UK, to dozens of weekends at the cottage with an assorted cast of goons who are mostly all here with us tonight, some in the wedding party. And of course, once Nick and Katie started dating, we were happy to have Katie, as well as Allison, Richard, and Kasha along for some of these occasions. And we're happy to have all of them joining the family today. I hope we'll create many new and happy memories, and I hope that the memory of this day in particular stands out for Nick and Katie. On that note, I'd like to end with some advice in the form of a quote from comedian Dennis Miller. After years of marriage, I'm sure of two things. First, never wallpaper together. And second, you'll need two washrooms, both for her. The rest is a mystery, but a mystery that I love to be involved in. So please join me in raising your glasses to Nick and Katie, and may, for better or worse, be far better than worse. Cheers.
Sorry, I just want to apologize in advance. I'm not as drunk as I wish I was right now to give this speech, but I promise it'll be good, Katie. I would like to start by saying thank you all for coming. I know Katie, Nick, and both of our families are so happy that everyone can join us in celebrating this special day. Not to mention Katie was actually on time today, so I think that deserves a round of applause. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Allison, and I am Katie's maid of honor and younger sister. Katie has always been such a great role model for me growing up and such an inspiration to my daughter. I know Brooklyn absolutely loves and adores you, and I'm so thankful to have such an amazing sister and a wonderful aunt to Brooklyn. From excelling in school to traveling abroad or having a successful relationship, Katie's just really set the bar so high that I've been able to easily maintain my title as black sheep of the family, so thank you. I know my sister, and I know she will always be the same fun-loving big sister from when we were little, the strong, smart, and fierce. I mean, I also say this from the amount of times we would fight growing up, but we would fight as any normal pair of sisters would, usually about stealing each other's clothes or stealing each other's clothes. But Katie really stepped her game up when we had moved into the house on Linden, so she must have been about 9 or 10 years old. But I can remember coming home from a friend's house this one day and walking in the door to find Katie standing at the top of the stairs, just fuming like this inflamed bull ready to attack at any moment. I never asked questions, I would just run. If I was lucky, I could make it into the washroom where I could actually lock and barricade the door until Mom would come home and give her shit, but not this day. I was one reach away from making it to the washroom when Katie had caught me in her grasp. What was to come next, I never could have anticipated, and I think you know where I'm going with this. Katie had given me the biggest Smurf bite that I have ever had, that it has just completely haunted me. And if there is one piece of advice I could give you, Nick, not that I'm an expert in relationships, but just to protect yourself when Katie gets mad. Katie, we may have fought like sisters, but we are both fiercely protective of one another and would do anything for each other. And I did survive childhood with you, so with almost a full head of hair. I love you both, and I'm so happy to be here today celebrating with you guys. And so on that note, I would like to raise our glass and congratulate the new Mr. and Mrs. Cheers!
My sunshine, my only sunshine, you make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know how much I love you. Don't take my sunshine away.
Dear family and friends, welcome and thank you for coming to be with us here tonight to celebrate the love that has brought Katie and Nicholas to this point in their lives. Draga rodbino i prijatelji, dobrodošli, dobro vam veče i hvala na vašem prisustvovanju. As you've heard, my name is Mike and I am Nicholas's father, and believe it or not, I've known him all his life. My wife Maria and I are very proud of the young man that he has become, and we feel that he has chosen wisely in taking Katie as his life partner. Katie, we are very pleased to welcome you officially into our family and we believe that you also have made a wise decision in the life partner that you have chosen. Yeah. So, what advice Or what words of wisdom can we give the two of you as you start your wedded life together? From experience, life is going to be filled with good and bad days. But if you are open in your communication and you speak to one another with kindness and respect, the good days will far outnumber the bad. On those days when things are a touch on the rough side, cast your mind back and remember the love that has brought you here tonight. Love is truly the greatest gift in life. When you have it, treasure it always and never let it go. I also remember reading somewhere that it's okay to fall in love many times, as long as it's always with the same person. So, with that, to celebrate a lifetime of happiness and unending love, these two share with one another, I would ask everyone to please rise and raise your glasses as we toast Katie and Nick and the first day of their lives officially together. Cheers. Jubilee.
I'm sorry, my speech is just a bit longer than Mike's. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kathy Kovacs, and I am the mother of our fabulous, gorgeous bride. I'd like to welcome you all here today to celebrate the marriage of my daughter, Katie, and my brand new son-in-law, Nick. Yeah. Traditionally, this speech would be given by Katie's dad and myself, but sadly, Katie's father is no longer with us. While Les can't be here today in person, he has never left her side in spirit. I know he would be immensely proud of Katie and Nick today and would have loved to have been here making this speech and leading her down the aisle. I want to read you a poem that her dad wrote to Katie when she was just a wee thing. He called it Daddy's Girl. A gift from above with a beauty so rare, smooth, creamy skin and soft, silky hair, pearly white teeth and diamonds for eyes and a heart of gold as wide as the skies. Cute little dimples appear when she smiles, or as she projects, you can feel it for miles. Daddy's girl is always aiming to please, her warm little cuddles to put me at ease. She's as bright as a star with a radiant glow, filled with the knowledge that I'll never know. Not only my daughter, but also my friend. The love I have for you will never end. So that was by her dad. I would like to welcome Nick into our family and also his parents, Mike and Maria. Mike and Maria have been so helpful and supportive to Nick and Katie. Maria and Mike, I want to thank you for bringing up such a wonderful, thoughtful son. He has been so kind to Katie, and over the years that she spent in university and starting her career as a teacher, he watches out for her whenever she gets stressed or overwhelmed. Did you know that Nick bought her groceries and cleaned her apartment while she was in university because she was just freaking out about all the work that she had to do? He's such a sweetie, and he did all of this without being asked. Nick, thank you, and we love you, and we are so happy you are now Katie's husband. I know the two of you will take good care of each other. Katie, today is one of the proudest days of my life. I'm sure you'll all agree how stunning Katie looks today. She's grown from a cute, sweet little girl into a beautiful young woman, and I know she is going to have many happy years together with Nick. You know, when Katie was born, she was such an easy baby to look after. Never fussed, sleep anywhere, and she was usually fairly even-tempered. However, when she turned 2, she started banging her head on the stairs whenever she was frustrated or angry. Now, I'm not saying that this did any permanent damage or anything, but she became a little bit accident prone. When Katie was about 4 and her sister Allison was just a toddler, the whole family went to her brother Richard's hockey game. We hadn't been there very long, and the girls, not being interested in hockey, they were fooling around, giggling, chasing each other. Suddenly, boom, Katie smashed right into the guardrail of the stands, broke her nose. That was just the start. When she was about 7, she had a sleepover at Brownie Camp. She was so excited. We had a list of stuff to pack for her, and we rolled it up real tight, and she looked like a real camper. However, when we got to the camp, the children had to carry their backpacks and all their supplies to where the cabins were. As soon as we put the backpack on Katie, boom, down she went. It was too heavy for her. Thank God the guiders helped her to the cabin. Katie loved being outdoors. Katie and her friends used to go tobogganing down Cedar Vale Park Hill. Down the hill she went, flying on her new jet ski, and into the river she went. She just barely got her toes on top of her jet ski to keep her nose above water. Thank God her mom's friend was there to pull her out. Then there were the school trips. Off she went to her first track and field meet. As I was doing private home daycare, I couldn't be with her at the time. So about the time she should be arriving home from school, I get this phone call and the school's going, is Katie there? And I'm going, no, you took her to track and field. They left her behind. So I jump in the car, go flying down to Cedarville Park, pull into the parking lot, smashed into the post where the parking lot is, jump out of the car, and there's Katie sitting chatting with her friend's dad. It scared me. In grade 8, she had her first school ski trip. Yep, you guessed it. She hit a mogul and broke her kneecap. Years later, at a bar with friends, they had partied a little too much. And her friend, Fish? Hey, how you doing, buddy? Yep. Somehow Fish landed on top of Katie, and she got rug burn up the chin, up the nose, at the forehead, took all the skin off, and 2 black eyes. She looked like she had been in a major car accident. Scared me to death. All I can say, Nick, while you're on your honeymoon, please hang on to her. Growing up, Katie always loved little kids. They just seemed to be drawn to her. During her college summer breaks, Katie ran a private home daycare to earn money for school at my house. When the children played out the back, I read out the front. When the children played out the front, I read out the back. Katie was really good. She had a different theme for each week with games, crafts, meals planned according to the Canada Food Guide, and there was a different theme around each week. The kids just loved her, and they hated when the summer ended and they wouldn't be seeing her for the rest of the year. I just knew that Katie would make a perfect teacher. She worked so hard supporting herself, supporting herself, winning scholarships, awards, bursaries to make her dreams come true. Did you know she even did a presentation on the concept of zero? And the university now uses that to teach other teachers. So obviously that bang on the head did her no harm. All kidding aside, Katie and Nick, I'd like to give you my 2 cents worth of what I think love in marriage means. Love isn't perfect. It isn't a fairy tale or a storybook, and it doesn't always come easy. Love is overcoming obstacles, facing challenges, fighting to be together, holding on and never letting go. Love is a short word. It's easy to spell, but it's really difficult to define and impossible to live without. Love is hard work, but most of all, love is realizing that every hour, every minute, every second, it's worth it because you did it together. Do things for each other because you want to, not because you're expecting something back in return. Your grandma and grandpa, who have been married 67 years, they set a really good example. They still hold hands, kiss each other goodnight, and they try not to go to bed angry. Nick, my final word to you is, no matter what Katie says or does, to have a happy marriage, you have to learn 2 very important words. Now repeat after me. Yes, dear. Oh, I forgot my glass. Oh, well. Finally, I wish to raise a toast to my daughter. Although she is too old to hold my hand, she will always be in my heart. Katie, watching you grow from my cute little girl into the beautiful bride you are standing before me has filled me with such joy. Everyone is touched by your kindness, generosity, love for life, and cheeky humor. I'm incredibly lucky to have you as a daughter. Everyone raise your glass. Forgot mine. Cheers to the bride and groom. Thank you.
All right. First of all, we'd like to start off by thanking all of you for taking the time and joining us on our special day. We are truly honored and grateful for all of the love and the warm wishes, and consider ourselves extremely lucky to have so many great friends and family members here with us today. It certainly wouldn't be the same without all of you here. Unfortunately, it's not possible to have all of our loved ones with us here today. Those who have passed are certainly in our thoughts and in our hearts, never more than on days like today. A special thank you to our lively and lovely bridal party. How about a round of applause first for the beautiful bridesmaids? You ladies have been an immense help in the planning, and you've also helped to relax Katie when the stress of the wedding planning got to be a bit much, which in turn took some of the heat off me. So thank you. As for the groomsmen, you guys are all right too. But seriously, you guys are some of my best friends. And although we like to bust each other's chops, my life is richer for having all of you in it. You've all been instrumental in making this day happen, and we consider ourselves extremely lucky to call all of you friends. Next, we would like to thank our families, both immediate and extended. You've made both of us feel very welcome into each other's respective families, and we're happy to have a new set of brothers, sisters, nieces, grandparents, etc., and a soon-to-be niece or nephew in the case of my brother and sister-in-law. We'd like to give a very special thank you to our parents, Kathy and Mike and Maria, not only for your help in planning and carrying out our wedding, but for a lifetime of love and support. It's comforting to know that no matter what happens, and as my brother said, even if we drive one of your cars into a tree, we can always count on you to lend a helping hand, a sympathetic ear, and just a shoulder to lean on. Life is easier with such a great support system, and we are extremely grateful for all of you, and we love you dearly. Now, I must admit that I never really gave much thought to getting married when I was growing up, even as I started to enter my 20s and I finished school, and I would just kind of shrug off the comments from my parents and family members and about finding a nice girl, and I figured, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, no big deal. Marriage just wasn't really a pressing issue to me. It really wasn't until I met Katie and got to know her and tried her goulash that I really started to consider spending my life with another person. Now that we're here, I can honestly say that I can't picture myself spending the rest of my life without her. Katie, I love you with all my heart, and I'm proud to now call you my wife. I'm excited to see what the future holds for us. And now, a few words from my new bride.
So I wasn't anticipating doing a speech because I was losing my voice, so I told Nick, you can do it. So I'm going to wing it. We'll see how this goes. Not to repeat what you're saying, but I want to thank you so much to Mike and Maria and all of Nick's extended family. It means so much to have you here, and I just love you all so much, and it really has made this day so special. And also, of course, my family. Mom, you supported me more than anyone in this world. You're my rock, my everything, and I do a lot for you. So, I do a lot of what I don't know what I'm saying, but I love you. Winging it. All right. And I also want to thank my bridesmaids. I have Jenny and Angela. They're my oldest friends. We were the Three Musketeers in high school, and it just means so much to have you here on my special day. Of course, Ali, I should have said you first. My maid of honor and my sister. And even though, we used to pull each other's hair and get in fights, I love you so much. And I couldn't have asked for a greater sister and maid of honor. And also, I'd like to thank Stacy times 1,000, because if it wasn't for her help setting up my vendors and everything, even when I had my hair lady canceled 2 weeks before the wedding, that was fun. But Stacy found, everything we needed. It was great. And then I had my friend Marina over there on the end, and she created all of this amazing decor. Even when the wire was cutting through her fingers, she was still getting it done. So thank you so much. And I also want to do a special thank you for Drew, who picked up my dress because I forgot it in Mississauga last night. Yeah. Thank you, Drew. I don't need a dress, do I? And also the rest of the groomsmen. You guys are amazing. I know, Nick, you mean so much to Nick, and you mean so much to me. And thank you so much for being here. So I'll end it while I'm ahead. Thank you so much.
And before we wrap things up, a special thank you to our vendors as well, the serving staff, the wait staff, the bar staff, our DJ, our photographers, all of you, thank you very much. And although they're not here now, our florist and our baker for the cake and the cupcakes, which all of you can feel free to help yourselves to over there. That about wraps it up for us. We hope you've all enjoyed yourselves so far, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the night. Eat, drink, be merry. And
let's get ready to party.
And thank you all very much for coming. Cheers and Jivili.
You guys know where you can always find me. You can find me in the club. Bottle full of bub, look mommy, got the X. If you ain't taking drugs, I ain't having sex, I ain't making love. So come give me a hug if you ain't getting crunk. DJ!
Bottle full of bub, mama, I got what you need. You need to fill the bars. I'm in the sex, I ain't making love. So come give me a hug. You ain't getting rough. You can find me in the club. Bottle full of bub, mama, I got what you need. You need to fill the bars. I'm in the sex, I ain't making love. So come give me a hug.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, What a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hands together for our groom and his mom and our bride and her grandfather.
And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still more? Speed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Yeah. Lonely riverside, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. discotheque.